Hello and welcome to Corgi Town, USA. I am Candy. In my chair with me is Chuckles, our spokesclerk.
Hi, I'm Catherine. Sitting at home is Jigby.
Didn't come in today.
Yeah, no.
But we also have Mortimer Barnabas, Tito Bandito, and Little Gilda. Full Corgi committee is here. We often keep them shut out of the studio because they like to frap around and knock down equipment. And
Yes.
after a few builds, rebuilds, teardowns, and rebuilds, we decided maybe just Chuckles in the studio.
Yeah, he's the mellow one.
Yeah, well, that's his job, is he usually sits in my lap or sleeps in my chairs.
That's it.
But if you're new here, hi, welcome. We're here for you every week, all things corgi and pet parent lifestyle. We try to talk about grooming, training, enrichment, engagement, what it's like to have a corgi, where to get them, all those things just to be a resource for you, the pet parent. We also have the Creator Series, where we like to, one, support small business,
Yes.
pet creators, artists, things. We're very big on, if you want to get something from your pet, please use our resources first. We want to support those independent creators so that you can get some fun things for your pet.
Unique and one of a kind.
100%.
Often.
On custom.
Custom?
What's
Yeah,
custom work
customized.
too? Yeah.
Yes.
So today we have a dear friend that's on the show and also an independent creator for Creator Series. Please welcome Aubrie with Clover and Bee. Aubrie, welcome.
Hi, Aubrie.
Hi, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Excited to be here with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited too, and we're hoping next time you can come in the studio and we can do like a QVC show and tell.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. I'm totally in for that.
Excellent. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, we want to, anyone who is not familiar, we do quite a few parties. If you follow Corgi Town USA, if you don't, you should. But we do a lot of themed parties, and Aubrie makes amazing Sunnies and personalized tags, and it is so beautifully extra, which is what we are, extra.
That's what the Corgi community is about, being extra.
Being a little extra, yes.
We know no other way.
No.
And I would say you give some of the best gifts for attending your corgi parties.
Yeah, the goodie bags.
The goodie bags, the swag,
and all the
so fun.
all the fun stuff that Aubrie does.
Yeah, big part of it. And we're going to talk about some of those projects that have been my favorite. But Aubrie, for anybody who's like new, it is CloverandBeeBoutique, so please give them a follow. You want to see these designs. They're precious. Absolutely. Like, kind of can't live without. But Aubrie, tell us first, because we're in this cult, how did you get started with corgis?
So I always wanted a corgi. I grew up with some wiener dogs, but I always wanted a corgi because who doesn't want a corgi, right? They're like the cutest thing ever. Their butts make you smile. I like to check out corgi butts. I think everybody does.
My license plate cover literally says corgi butts drive me nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fair. And I always wanted a corgi, and I met my now fiance, Jordan, and he had a friend who had a corgi who was going to be having puppies. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want one. I didn't have a dog in my life at the time. I was feeling very like lonely and sad because who doesn't need a dog? Or 3 or 4.
And I don't know what you're talking about.
And so I said, oh my gosh, I want one. And Jordan didn't believe me that I was going to get a puppy. And I was like, no, I'm getting one. So, fast forward however long, the puppies were available. I picked out Cooper, who is my first puppy. And so fun fact, Cooper is actually a Corgi miniature Aussie mix. So he is not a full Corgi. So he has Corgitude, but he also has a little bit of that Aussie spice and independence.
No.
Yeah, he's a handful, as Candy knows, and big emotions. So we got Cooper. I got Cooper. And then Jordan, of course, fell in love with him as our relationship progressed. And then we started attending some really fun events, at a place that unfortunately is no longer around, that Barking Bodega. And actually, that's where I met Candy for the first time because it was Cooper's birthday. So we decided to have a first birthday party for Cooper because we're seeing all these cool things that people do with corgis. I hadn't been living in Arizona for very long, so I didn't have a big community. And I just knew that the dog community was large. I didn't know how large. I do now. And so we had a first birthday party for Cooper, and Jordan posted it in the AZ Corgis Facebook group, and a bunch of you guys showed up. So I believe, like, so Candy was there, and then my good friend Jana, who had Bentley at the time, was there. Boba was there. So we just, in Bowser, so we continued to meet just a ton of people within the Corgi community. And I'm sure you'll agree with this, Candy, but like Corgis are like potato chips. You literally cannot just have one. And so we started thinking, we don't know how long that's going to last.
I know, right?
Stick around.
Especially when I keep finding ones for her. I'm like, hey, do you want to adopt?
Exactly. So we started thinking like, gosh, Cooper would probably really like to have a friend, of course. And then we stumbled upon a breeder that we really love so much that we have 2 dogs from her now, spoiler alert. And we ended up coming across Crosby, who is a beautiful black-headed tri-boy, just the best, most outgoing personality ever.
Crosby's my boyfriend.
Yeah, Crosby is, I mean, I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything, but Crosby's everybody's boyfriend.
Right. He gets around.
He's currently trying to date Mimi at Desert Dog Treat Bar. I think it's the cookies.
He's a playboy.
He is a playboy. We call him the makeout bandit because he will definitely sneak a tongue in there. But we got Crosby. Yeah, oh yeah. He's so fun. He's so full of joy. And we really loved him. And then I decided I wanted a fluffy girl. Candy should have talked me out of the girl part.
I think I tried.
I think so. I just really wanted a fluffy girl. Our breeder that we had gotten Crosby from had some fluffies available, and I actually got Clover for Jordan as a surprise birthday gift a couple of years ago. It was really a gift for me, but we can call it birthday gift for Jordan because it was around his birthday.
Why not?
Why not? And now we have a loud, boisterous, sassy little girl that is part of our crew. So that is where Clover comes from. So Clover, and then B, we call Crosby B for short. So unfortunately, Cooper didn't make the name cut, but so yeah.
But he represents quite well.
He does represent quite well. He knows when it's time to model. He's serious business, blue steel. He's very good at it. But yeah,
all business
all the time. Yeah, well, not all the time. Yeah, he knows what he's supposed to do. He understands the assignment.
Way to go, Cooper. Yeah.
Yes.
He gets to be a spokesmodel, you know.
Well, that's always good as long as he's getting paid spokesmodel.
In dog biscuits?
Pricing.
Oh yeah. I mean, their rates are very high, but I'd say it's worth it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hey, you're gonna model. You gotta pay.
Well, you know.
Gotta pay out.
Yeah. No skinny models around here. No skinny models around here.
So how did you come up with the idea, the name? That's awesome. How did you come up with the idea to like start doing these, to start creating?
I am a person who doesn't really like to sit still. So I like to have like extra projects on the side. I'm sure both of you can understand what that's like. Candy specifically, I know you have about 8 million projects all the time.
All unfinished.
Right.
All the time.
And I just hadn't really had a hobby in a while. You know, my fiance, Jordan, he plays hockey, so he's busy doing that stuff. And I was like, I want to do something like fun and creative. And, you know, dog tags are not inexpensive, right? So I thought, I could make that. So I decided like on a whim to get some supplies, some resin, and just start making them. And it literally started out downstairs on the kitchen island. There's still some resin residue there, so don't judge me if you see it. And I had like one of those little tiny crickets, you know, that would like cut names.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, this is really fun. And I was having a good time like making them for the dogs and then making them for our friends. And then I started like just, you know, showing them off a little bit because I was having a lot of fun, and I would get messages and people would say like, oh my gosh, can you make one for me? Can I buy that from you? And so for a while I was like, oh no, like I'll make one for you. You know, so there are some people like in the early days that got a bunch of them for free because I was like just having a good time. And then
You made us some as gifts. You made
I
really
did,
cute
yeah.
stuff as gifts.
And so
Yeah, we
they
love
they
them.
are like super fun gifts, right? Like it's just fun because they're personalized and stuff. And so I started
Yeah.
just making them for people who would reach out to me. And then eventually I thought, okay, fine, I'll sell them. And so I moved over to my own Instagram, the Clover and Bee Boutique, and I started just posting them on there, and selling them from there. And just as I sort of created new ones, and it just kind of grew from there. I would see all kinds of inspiration, and create new ideas and want to do things with themes, or people would reach out to me and be like, hey, I'm doing like this birthday party with this theme. Can you do those? And so I kind of started doing more of those. And then I had a friend tell me that sunglasses would be really fun and really cute. And I was like, I don't know why I don't do those. And it turns out that they are really fun and they are really cute and they're significantly less messy. So it doesn't leave resin residue everywhere. So I just kind of morphed into that as well. And so now I have both tags and Sunnies to complete your dog's outfit. So it's been pretty fun.
What a cool evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have amassed some, you've made some for us as gifts, and then you did the workshop.
Yes, I did. I recently did a workshop at a local boutique, Aubrie.
We love Aubrie Bear.
Love them. And spoiler alert, I am going to be doing another one in April on the 19th. We haven't announced it yet, but you guys get to hear it here first.
Ooh.
Here for
Yes.
it.
So pretty excited. That was so much fun because I like sharing my craft with people, and then of course spending time with people's dogs. So
Yeah.
any
Great
chance I get. Yeah.
And you graciously showed us how to do it, and loved the workshop. I am not a crafty person. I do not have, my ADHD does not afford me the patience to make things pretty. So anything that's crafty like that is not my thing. So I have this tremendous respect for people like you who make these amazing things. But I enjoyed the workshop. I made some stuff not nearly quite the quality of when you make it the way you make it. But also, I will say I had a new appreciation for how much work goes
Yeah.
into it.
I think that's probably the best reason to do those workshops, because people sit there thinking, I can do this. Oh my God, she's charging whatever she's charging. I could totally, oh yeah, no, I cannot. Wow. I will now pay her triple because I have zero talent, patience, or ability. Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
See how
I
the sausage is made.
totally. My mom is an artist, and I'm always like, oh, that seems so easy. And then we start doing her techniques, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna stick with my thing, and you do you.
Yeah.
It's something to be said about the effort and sort of just, what would you call it, stillness of mind to create those type of things. I'm too psycho to like calm down and try to focus on something.
I think it's the ability to see ahead, that this blank canvas, whatever the canvas is, may be, but this blank canvas before me will be something, and then the ability to see the finished product in your head, and then the ability to see and implement every step. I have one thing that I do that is artistic. I haven't done it in years. That is artistic and requires patience. And the whole reason why I do it is because my girlfriend's mother, and they're Ukrainian Easter eggs. They're called pisanka. And if you've ever seen them, you've seen them. Ukrainian, Russian Easter eggs, very colorful, very elaborate. And the whole reason why I started doing it is I'm old, so there was no Ritalin back then.
Find other ways to self-regulate.
This is honestly, and I hyper child, and my girlfriend's mother saw that in me, sat me down, gave me a kistka, which is the instrument that you use to write, and an egg, and I had to flip and focus to get that. So yeah, that's the only thing I can focus on. Other than
Are those
that,
the ones that you do with the wax?
Yep.
Oh, I just watched a video on that the other day, and I went, "Oh my gosh, that's so tiny. I don't know if I could focus on that." So, that's awesome.
No. You know what? Let's hang out. I'll show you how to do them. That's the honest to God, that is my only talent.
We'll come to the workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm going to be in Italy for the
Oh,
workshop.
that's right. You will be.
Yeah.
In Italy.
Sorry.
Oh, darn.
Maybe
That's
we'll
too
make
bad.
some Italy themed like Sunnies for Digby or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
we could do that for sure.
But did
Definitely.
we digress?
Always. Like,
Well, I
it's
will tell you, I don't think necessarily this is an artist secret, if we can call ourselves artists. I don't always know what the end product is going to look like. I'm just blindly going in that direction and having fun with it because I just
Okay.
try not to take it too seriously. I have a real job that I have to take very seriously. And for me, this is just fun. Like I'm
cathartic.
enjoying it.
Cathartic. Catharsis.
Yeah. Yeah. It's therapeutic.
And that is part of the fun, right? Like we're just gonna throw this together and see what happens at the end of it.
Yes.
Yeah. I
And
love sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, and like getting to see pictures of people's dogs like in stuff that you created, like it brings me so much joy. I'm always like, people are like, oh, sorry, I'm spamming you with pictures. I'm like, no, that's like literally why I do this because it's so
Keep
fun
sending
to
them.
see everybody
Yeah.
all dressed up. It's so cute.
Yeah, they are so cute. I love them. And I want to talk about favorite projects.
Oh,
So you did the workshop, you're telling us about some of those, and some of my favorites, my dogs have a color. And I'm the brand of crazy that when we have their birthday party, I'm wearing the same color eyeshadow as their color on their
oh
birthdays.
my gosh, I did not pick up on the eyeshadow thing. I'm gonna watch that next time.
Yeah. So Chuckle's color is purple because he's my little prince,
Yep.
and Mortimer's green. Gilda, I'm still fleshing out her color. I think she's like a periwinkle. That's what's working
Yeah.
with her.
I like the minute you said Gilda and Guild, I think gold for Gilda.
Maybe we're tweaking it. So
Let's
far,
tweak.
she's looked really good in periwinkle.
I
And
like
then
that.
Tito's a gray.
Yeah.
So all the birthday parties, I'm wearing their color eyeshadow. So I love that you had made us some tags in their color, and then also some sunnies in their color that were different, that had their names and different kind of accoutrement for a theme. But one of my favorites, and you've worked on so many that are so cute. I love the spring collection because I love honeybees. But we had Tito's hip hop party.
Yep.
And
That was
you
fun.
made us some custom sunnies for that. And I gave you creative control. I'm like, make us a handful. We need them for pictures. And I love what you came up with. I can't even remember. I should have brought them in the studio, but it was like Little Bow Wow, Notorious DOG, like had these hip hop names on them.
They were very funny. They were very cute.
Yeah. Did you get a picture of Digby? Would he wear them for the picture?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I gotta check.
I know that many of them we did. I know Digby tends to be kind of wiggly, so I'm not sure if you were able to get him still enough.
Really? Huh? I didn't notice.
Those were super fun. I had a customer reach out to me and say, hey, like my dog is going to be DJ C Clancy for Halloween and he needs some like hip hop sunglasses. And I was like, I got you. So that's where that idea came from. And then when Candy was like, oh, we're going to do a hip hop party, I was like, oh, yes, because those were so fun to make. And that was one of those things that was just like, I'll just throw this together and make it happen. So fun.
Yeah.
It was such a perfect, it was perfect accoutrement.
And
had
the names.
Chains and like so extra.
And the names that you came up with were really super creative.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have put anything and they were very cute and everything. And that's one part of it. But to have those names, Notorious DOG, to have to come up with those hip hop names, that was super creative.
But we're gonna use them again because we did a TikTok like Instagram video a few years ago, and it was the Court Life. So my friend came over.
Gosh.
Do you remember this, Aubrie?
Yep.
She did. My friend did the fake tattoo across my chest that's like Court Life. So we made that for the video, and then we had like the slow moving camera with the doggy pimp walk. It was just ridiculous. We did it to Ghetto Boys music. So I want to make another one now that we have the Sunnies and the chains. So that's in the works. I'm gonna be
my gosh, I can't wait to see that.
I've got to like do the production end of it, right? Like put everybody together and get everybody healthy. Chucky and his but anyway, go down that rabbit hole. So is there, if you can think of maybe like one or two of your favorite projects you've worked on?
So for me in particular, I love doing like themed birthday parties for people, like you said. So the hip hop ones, recently, we all know Freddie the Fluffy Corgi. He had a birthday party through the Bark Day Planner, and they had reached out and asked me to make Sunnies for it. And so that was really fun for me, number one, because it's for Freddie, and he's, Clover's boyfriend, and
Sure.
Janet is one of my best friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so just making sunglasses to fit that theme, which was 2 Under the Sea, so really cute. And then I recently did some for Bacon's birthday party as well. So really, like, it's hard to pick a particular favorite, but I would say as a genre, like, I love it when people reach out to me and say, hey, I'm having a birthday party with this theme, like, can you make some tags or some sunglasses? And it's really fun. And that's usually when I bring in my sister-in-law, to help me do assembly, because it does, I think that weekend we did both Bacon and Freddie's party, and we probably pumped out 60 pairs of sunglasses
Wow.
in one weekend
Glorious.
in a day and a half. So I put her to work, and it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. But I think for me, I've had people reach out and ask for Dolly Parton themed stuff. So I did some guitar themed tags. It was for gosh, was it Stella and Bean? I think, yeah, it was for Stella and Bean. And so, or no, Bean and Lucy. There we go. But Stella is part of that pack, the Carl pack.
Right.
So I had done some stuff for them. So it's kind of spread a little bit. So I'm also doing things like for people in other states besides just Arizona, which is really fun. Yes, but doing that project with the Bark Day Planner and kind of getting on her radar was something that was really cool, because she thought, we talked about future collaborations for some other parties that she has coming up for sunglasses. So I think that was just
your
really
favorite
fun.
ones, the themed parties.
Yeah, the themed parties are definitely my favorite. I love creating collections and stuff, but like I said, getting the pictures from the parties and seeing everybody like in their gear is so fun. So I would definitely say like themed parties.
Well, it's definitely a favorite of ours.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we're excited about in Shade Out DM is because, the nonprofit we're part of is all about degenerative myelopathy awareness. And that's our theme. And that's how it started with Tawny, who the founder, her dog came down with DM before they knew what it was. And people would send her sunglasses. And so that was how it became Shade Out DM.
Right. She loved her Sunnies.
Yeah, she loved her Sunnies. So we're definitely gonna be collaborating with you more with that as well, because we want some Shade Out DM sunglasses. We want to be able to have that as part of the theme as well. As they're personalized, like it's even better, right?
Yeah,
so
that would be fabulous.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. And then also, when your dog wears Sunnies, you're helping us Shade Out DM. Part of the
Exactly.
Cool.
How wonderful.
Tell everybody, Aubrie, while they're listening, this will be on YouTube as well as on Roku, but we have quite a bit of an audience that listens. So for anybody who's listening, please tell them how they can get a hold of you, how to follow you to get your creations or order your customs.
Yeah, so the easiest way to get a hold of me and follow me is, of course, on Instagram. So it's the @CloverandBeeBoutique. And then I am in the process of switching platforms that I sell on. So I will be moving over to a Shopify platform, and that'll be CloverandBeeBoutique.myshopify.com. So that should be up and running hopefully before you guys air this episode. But definitely the easiest way to get a hold of me directly is through Instagram. I always answer all my DMs and then do collaboration with you there. So really fun. Easy.
Nice.
Awesome. And I will share those links down in the description box of this episode on all platforms. However, if you are listening, that is Clover and Bee, and you can go to Instagram at Clover and Bee. Be sure and follow if you're not ready to order yet, because then you get to see the seasonal things that Aubrie makes that you can order, as well as DM for custom.
And get some inspiration for your own parties. Aubrie, is it just Corgi sized stuff that you do, or do you do stuff for other sized pups?
So I am not, Corgi specific.
I wanted to make sure to get that out there, because I know we have people like me who have other pups.
So funny enough, the other top breed that I see the most of that, really goes out an extra with their dogs, I bet you guys can guess who it is, but it's the doodle community.
Sure.
Yes.
So I do have a lot of doodles that like to purchase my Sunnies and tags, or I've got a gal that is doing a birthday party that's going to be a mermaid themed here soon for her doodle. And then I did just do some really cute lemon themed stuff for some Cocker Spaniels that live here live in Gilbert. So we're not Corgi exclusive. They fit all sizes and breeds for the most part. I will say, like, I do have some customers that are teacup Yorkies, and I try to do a little smaller size sunglasses for them. So again, that's where, just reach out to me and I'm happy to figure out custom things for you and your crew. And then also I do sell like the sunglasses straps that, for those wiggle bottoms like Digby, keep those sunglasses strapped to their heads. So
How wonderful.
That way you can get that good photo op if they don't want to stay still.
Exactly. Exactly. Not everybody is a pro like Cooper, but and they do need to have them held on. So I have those as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's a great tool. Well, Aubrie, thank you so much for sharing your art with us and being part of the community. Like I said, we will share those links down in the description box. Please follow Clover and Bee, and then also you can follow Cooper Crosby Clover. You can follow the pups as well. And we highly recommend that because there's some super cuties that you don't want to miss.
Yes,
and
very true.
Really great models.
Very
Absolute
true.
Chaos all the time.
It's the best kind of chaos.
It is the best kind of chaos, yes. Although we are sitting at an odd number, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Now, see,
you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, now see,
I know. I
So
keep telling Jordan, 2027, we might add a fourth to our squad, maybe.
Now, I will say this. Eric has said to me, because Eric has had multiple dogs.
That's Kat's husband.
That's Kat's husband. I started with my husband. Digby was the first dog that I'd had in about 30 years. So my late husband and I were cat people.
Now you're in deep.
Now I'm in deep. So we have two dogs. We've got Digby, the Corgi, and we have Calabria, the cattle dog. My husband is particular to cattle dogs.
I love them.
And two cats.
And all the fosters.
And all the fosters. Like right now, Eric is taking a foster to an event, and we are hoping that he gets adopted today. Anyway, so Eric has always said 2 dogs are fine, 4 dogs are fine, 3 dogs not so much. It's easy with 2, it's easy with 4 because of the way you can split them up. I just think anything over a cat is too much for me, but I do it anyway.
Oh, you're part of this cult.
I know, I'm part of the cult
fully
now.
Fully indoctrinated.
Yeah, this is true. So that being said, I fully embrace you getting a 4th Corgi.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know Candy does too. As long as it's not, it won't be a girl. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You can't count on me to tell you no.
Yeah.
Won't
well,
be me.
I've also heard 1 girl is fine.
Yeah.
And 2 girls is, can be not so fine.
I will only ever have 1 girl at a time. It's not that it's impossible. We have a lot of people who listen that have multiple girls.
Right.
It's just that they tend to rule the roost.
Yes.
Yep.
Or think they do.
Right. And that's, when we had Booger, bless her heart, I was blessed to have her into her senior years. And she was very frail. We had most of her teeth removed. She, she rode around in a stroller. She was living the princess life. I will tell you, these boys would not step to her. She was
queen of
she was
the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. The boss, for sure.
Queen of the castle. Yeah.
Yep.
So
has Gilda stepped into that role yet?
Gilda's her own kind of level of psycho. She's a rescue.
She's a work in progress.
Yeah. Some of our listeners that are new, Booger in October 2025, we had to say goodbye. And Eric, Kat's husband, was actually one of the biggest proponents of saying, 4 is easier than 3. And I said, you're absolutely right. What am I doing? There's a big hole here. There's a Corgi-sized hole. I need to fill it. So on the way home from Corgi Beach Day, I picked up a rescue, and that was Gilda. So Gilda's still relatively new here. She's still in the process of decompressing and finding her way. I don't think she was particularly well bred, and I don't think that she had the right enrichment and guidance early on. So a lot of her socialization markers have been missed. So yeah, she's very much tries to boss around. She doesn't know kind of the boundaries of dog on dog respect, social boundaries, because she missed that part of her socialization. So that's why we've had a little bit of fist of fluffs here and there, right? That we've had to So, but I've been training her. We've been working on some remedies, and Kat does bot flower remedies. So we're working on some things to kind of get her to where, look, you're safe here. You don't have to come in guns a blazing, right? You
Right.
can come in gentle, work on it.
Oh.
So, she's getting there. We've made
Yeah.
some progress, but
Well, she's lucky she found her way to Corgi Town, USA.
That's
so,
right.
well, she'll be
Very much
spoiled
so.
for sure, if nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely spoiled. It makes me laugh. We were talking about some of the Instagram comments you get. I don't know if you've had. Sometimes they'll be kind of negative, like, "Oh, I can't believe," and you're like, "Okay, you have no idea what kind of lives these dogs lead, okay? You really
Literally.
Exactly.
there's no
Exactly.
pity here." Like,
Yeah.
We plan our vacations around like whether or not the dogs can go. We will drive 18 hours to visit my parents in Montana because that means the dogs get to go. So
all come. It's
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah,
it's
we
the
do.
way.
They're not coming to Europe with us, but we do go visit Eric's parents in the summer up
Ride
in
with you.
Washington,
Yeah.
and we will drive the 24 hours, 26 hours straight so that the dogs can come with us. The cats are absolutely fine.
Cats are totally different creatures.
And
yeah.
they're totally
They are.
different, and they love being home, and they love being alone, and they love the cats that are coming, but the dogs want to be with us
Yeah.
constantly.
Well, they say their world is only as big as you make it. And so
Yes.
I want it to be as big as possible because I want them to experience everything that we get to experience. And I mean, they're your best friends. Why wouldn't you want to do everything with your best friends?
Exactly.
And it's therapeutic for both man and beast, if you
Mhm.
will, because
yeah.
we create memories for them and we give them a full rounded life, but then also for us, these amazing
yeah.
memories because their lives
yeah.
are just entirely too painfully short. And the fact that we squeeze as much out of it as we can, I think
Very
is
true.
very heartwarming to us. Look at all we did.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what I appreciate the most about the Corgi community is finding other people who are just as crazy about their dogs as we are and
Yes.
being, part of that and encouraged to do that. I think that is really special because, not everyone feels the way that we do. So
Corgi Borks.
yes.
And
that means
Corgi agrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corgi agrees.
that was a resounding yes.
That was a resounding yes.
Wonderful.
Aubrey, thank you so much for sharing with
Yes,
us.
thank you.
Have a great rest of your evening and enjoy all those creations I'm sure you've got left to work
I
on.
will. Thank you both so much. Take care.
Give the 3 C's lots of belly rubs for us.
Yes.
Oh, I will. You got it. Okay.
Great. Awesome.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please go follow Clover and Bee. Follow Cooper Crosby Clover. Cooper Crosby.
Clover.
So say that 3 times fast.
Yes, exactly.
Follow the 3 C's. Follow Clover and Bee. You can order custom work, as Aubrey said. Also, you can order seasonal creations that she makes as well. If you just want to get something that she made, and they're all beautiful creations. Again, we're here for you every Thursday, all things Corgi and Pet Parent lifestyle. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Chuckles and Candy signing off.
And Catherine signing off.
The rest of the Corgi committee. See you next week.